Hey guys, Geezer Ted. Do you feel that you're not relevant in your family? That you're like ships in the night, missing each other? That nobody's speaking to you? You're not being listened to, you're not being heard? Well, stick around, I'll cover 3 steps on how to navigate this, and how to become more relevant in your family. 10 years ago, I was sitting on my floor with a bottle of Jack. It's actually half a bottle of Jack because I'd gone through it. And my pastor walked in and he said to me, "How are you doing?" And I said to him, "Well, what does it look like?" And he said, "It's not looking too good, is it?" And that started the conversation of, my wife had just moved out. She'd had enough. And while I was getting through that bottle of Jack, I'd come to the bottom of the barrel, in a sense. And I said to my mate, who was a pastor, I said to him, "What do I do? I'm done." He said, "You can't do it on your own. You got to realize that you need friends, you need strength, you need your faith." And secondly, he said, "I got to own my own stuff. I had to face up to the fact of who I was and what my actions had done and my responsibility was in the relationship." And the third thing was, he said, "How do you treat your wife? Is she your queen? Or is she just some woman that's looking after your son, cooking your food? Are you engaging with her? Do you love her? Do you show that you love her? What are you doing about it?" And it struck me, those 3 things took me to a place where a journey with my wife we've gone on it for another 10 years now. So we've been married for 20 years. The relationship, we've navigated teenage years, we're busy, successfully, I might add, with stress. We navigated COVID. We navigated my business loss before COVID and her business loss through COVID. And at the end of COVID, we're better for it. We got through it together. We stood by each other through the good and the bad times. But it started with me. It started with me understanding that I did not have the strength to do this. So I prayed. And I said, "God, what do I do? I don't know what to do. Give me the strength to get through." And that's how it started. I then sat with my pastor for a couple of weeks after that. We met once a week. And I owned my own stuff. I couldn't take responsibility for my wife or my son, their actions, their beliefs. I had to take responsibility for me, my issues, my previous marriage baggage and insecurities with the business and anxiety, etc. And with taking responsibility, I took power back. I felt I was more in control. And then I started treating my wife like the woman that I met and that I loved 10 years prior, that I committed my life to. And I wasn't going to go on feelings anymore. I was going to go on intentional practice of treating her like a queen, treating her like the woman that she deserved to be treated. And it didn't make me weaker or reduce my level of authority in her eyes, or my standing in her eyes, or her respect for me. What it did was it gained trust. She became more open to me. She started softening her heart to me because I gained her trust back. The big thing, guys, is if you take responsibility for who you are, you can turn your woman's heart towards you again. Those 3 steps. If you can turn her heart by changing who you are, you're going to be on the road, a journey with her. It's going to be tough, but you're going to get there. Guys, I want to encourage you. There are too many of you out there that have got strength in you not to survive, not to make this work. You guys have got the wherewithal. You've got the wisdom. You've got the strength inside you to be the men that God wants you to be. If it hadn't been for my faith, it wouldn't have worked out. I can guarantee you that. Gents, if this has resonated with you, if it's spoken to you, speak to somebody else. Encourage another guy. Encourage your mate who's going through struggles. Respond to the video. Just, put your comments down. Let us hear from you. Let us learn from you. Till next time. Cheers.